Hello, 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 beautiful women. Hello, it is so nice to be back. I'm slowly easing back into work mode, very slowly though, because it's summer in the southern hemisphere. The kids are on holidays. It's beautiful. It's hot. I just want to swim in the ocean. So, yeah, I am back though with I think this is our first training for 2023. So, yes. So, what is happening today? I'm going to coach a gentle mobility flow for the whole body. So, I don't know about you, but I'm really struggling to get back into any kind of routine with work, with exercise, just with life in general, because the children are at home on school holidays. And yeah, as I said, it's beautiful weather, so it's really difficult. So I've been surfing a lot, but I don't know, I'm just not feeling it at the moment. So if you are feeling the same, you can't quite get going with exercising again. If you are in the northern hemisphere, chances are that it's cold, it's dark, everything is just a little bit more hard work. So this is going to be just a super gentle routine. It's not going to take a long time, but you will move your body. You will create a burst of energy. You will get rid of some of the tightness, stiffness, possibly stress in your body, either post-holiday or post-Christmas, or just dealing with the cold. If you are in the southern hemisphere, then maybe you are being a little bit more active than usual because we are on holidays. So it will get all the tight, stiff spots out of the body. You will feel good. And then maybe just starting with small little bites of movement, you can get back into your normal exercise routine. It is okay to fall off the wagon sometimes, it is all right, but mobility still should be the non-negotiable in your life. Now, I can see there's some people joining me live. Say hello to me. Remember, I'm using StreamYard for this broadcast. And unless you give StreamYard permission, it won't show me your name because that's the software I'm running this training from. So give StreamYard permission. They don't keep any information or anything. It's just to give to say yes, that you are happy for them to show me your name. If you are joining me live, let me know if there is any areas in your body that you feel are tight or stiff or achy, and I can include some movements, bit of a last minute additions to address those, okay? But otherwise, let's get started because I don't want this to take a long time. So we will get literally into every single part of your body, okay? I'm just gonna strip off a little bit. It's lovely and warm here. And let me know if you're tuning in live. Let me know where you are tuning in from. If you're watching the replay, let me know anyway, because I always go back and I read the comments, okay? So let's start in this position. I'm going to show you all views, yeah? So you are here. Your feet can be as wide as you need them to, as forward as you need them to, and you can support yourself, the back, okay? Ideally, you're not going to be slumped, but your chest is going to be nice and open, yeah? So I'm going to start from here. We're going to go first into a shin box switch. So you are just folding your legs to one side and following with the upper body. And now we're going to go into the hip flexors. So all you're doing, you are squeezing your glute and you are gently pushing the hip forward. You are essentially extending the hip. So it goes from bend, so there's a slight angle, to straight. Now be very careful here. Hip flexors are quite sensitive. They don't like to be overstretched. If you are sitting down at a computer at work for long periods of time, chances are they're quite tight. So tune in, listen. Yeah, even if you just do a very, very tiny movement, it is okay. If you have a bit more of a range, then that's awesome as well. And we're going to flow on one side, do a whole bunch of movements, and then we're going to transition to the middle and then go to the other side, okay? So shin box switch, and then we're going into the hip flexor release. Be very mindful here, listen to your body. From here, we're going to go into shin box extension. I'm going to show you the movement first, and then I'm going to run you through some variations, okay? So the whole movement is here. Yeah, you're just popping onto your knees. If your knees are sore or if you're on a wooden floor, make sure you put some mat or towel underneath it. The idea is that you will end up with nicely engaged, squeezed glutes, and your hip is in full extension. Yeah. Now, I know from experience this could be quite a tricky movement for a lot of people. So I'm going to show you some variations, what you can do to get easily into this position. What really helps people is generating a little bit of momentum and leaning into it. Yeah. So still squeeze the glutes. That's where the movement is coming from. And then you can kind of almost like rock into it a little bit. Yeah. If that is still not working for you, then just use your hands and give yourself a little bit of a push while you're building up this movement. But that doesn't mean that you should disengage everything here and just really load the arm. Still squeeze the glutes, squeeze the abs, yeah, stabilize, and then you can push yourself a little bit. Yeah, so we've gone from here, we went into the shin box switch, we did a few hip flexor stretches, and then we went into a shin box extension. Now we're gonna go into a shin box thread, yeah? I'm going to slightly turn around so then you can see me, what I'm doing behind me, yeah? So I am here, and then I'm going to twist and thread towards the hip, yeah? So you are still, if you're confused on which side you're going, you are still going from one way, yeah? So I started here, I went to this, hip flexor, shin box switch. Now I'm going to thread. Yes, I'm still going in that same direction. Be mindful here. This is quite deep. Go to your comfortable range. Yeah, twisting here. So now, and don't hold the positions for too long. Just go in there, hold for like 1 second, see how that feels, and then come out. From here, we're going to extend the back leg into a pigeon. Yeah. This is quite a deep stretch. So if you need to bend your leg, that is totally okay. However, the full expression of the movement is top of the foot fully down. Yeah, I'm rolling the hip forward, and then you can even go all the way down here. However, find some version that suits your body right now. Okay, so if it's here, or if it's here or here, that is okay. Now, come and pull this leg back. And now what you're going to do, you're going to plant the back hand. Yeah? Quite close to the hips, to your glutes. Yeah? From here, and I'm going to show you the whole flow in one continuous motion as well. Okay? I'm just kind of breaking the exercises down now, but then we're going to go and flow together. From here, you're going to go into like a little mini bridge. Make sure that your shoulder is packed. You've got really tight back muscles. And then you're going to come to a little bridge. From here, you're going to perform semicircles going forward in front of your body, which now you will feel some really delicious things happening in your back and in your shoulder muscle. Then you're going to come over, and then you're going to open the other side, which now is getting into my chest in front of the shoulder and the bicep. Okay? And then you come back down, and then you transition back to the middle. I'm going to show you the flow now in one continuous motion from just one angle, so you don't get confused, because now I know that I've kind of shifted around a little bit to show you the whole flow. And then I'll show you the flow from a different angle as well, okay? These are the challenges of online coaching, right? Okay, shin box switch, hip release, Really important if you're sitting down a lot. Yeah? From here, shin box extension. Then I'm going to go into the thread. Then the pigeon. It doesn't really matter terribly in which order you do the movements, okay? I can't guarantee that I will remember the exact flow. And then from here, you're going to pop up. First, you're going to do your circles here. Over. And then you're going to do a few this way and open up. And then you come to the middle. Here in the middle, we can add a tabletop. Yeah? I'm going to show you from here. It's a lovely opener for the biceps and the chest. If I show you from side, ideally fingers pointing towards the hips. However, if that's hurting your wrists and you don't have so much mobility in your wrists, just open them up anyway. That's good for you. Yeah? And then you're popping up. You're creating a staple shape. Yeah? So ideally, your shins are perpendicular to the ground and so are your arms. The movement is being driven by the glutes and the hips. Yeah? This is actually a really lovely bodyweight exercise to increase strength in the glutes and in the hips. Right. Back in the middle, and we're going to go the other way, okay? And I'm going to really try hard to remember how I did the sequencing, yeah? So first we went into the hip flexor stretch. Just do as many as it's good for you. If you feel like you need to release a little bit more, just stay in here for a little bit. Again, paying attention to just going to your comfort range, okay? Both hips could be quite different, so be prepared for that. Then we're going to go into the extension. Again, you can rock into it, or you can use your hand to push off if that's what you need while you're building the strength and the movement. Now we're going to go into the thread. Yep. This is a lovely one for the back. Always feels so good. Okay, now we're going to go into the pigeon. Again, any version that is good for you today. And then we're going to go into the bridge. So we're planting the back hand, yeah, behind us. You're going to really open the chest, engage the back, go into a bridge, nice extension in the hips, come over, which feels really good, opens the core, and then do some circles at the front. And then open the other way. You don't have to stay in this for too long if it's hurting your the posting arm, okay? And then we're going to come back in the middle, and then we're going to do the tabletop. They're like 2 or 3. That's really nice. And from here, which is a lovely one. Now, this flow literally gets into every single part of your body. And if you do this for 10 minutes, most mornings, you're going to feel amazing. You're not going to get any aches, no injuries, and you're going to feel $1,000,000. I'm just going to check the chat box. If you've got any questions, let me know. Morning, Yana. Thank you. Good morning to whoever it is. I can't quite see who you are. It's just telling me Facebook user, but thank you so much for joining me live. That is awesome. If you have any questions about these movements, please just pop them into the chat box. If you're watching on replay, put the questions in there too. Okay, let me know where you're tuning in from, lovely Facebook user. Okay, I'm going to go from sideways now, just to show you a different angle, okay? I'm going to go this way. So, shin box switch. I'm just going to run actually through them. I had a coaching call with someone, and some people do the shin box switch slightly, well, not really wrong, just not as effectively. So some people go here and then they transition like that. It is far better and more effective if you leave your feet planted and fold. And if you're going to the other side, keep the feet where they are and transition. See the difference to this? It's not like entirely wrong, but this version, much more effective, okay? I just thought I'll run through that because that's what came up in one of my group program coaching calls this week. All right, so shin box switch. Let's get into that hip. Tight hip is probably the most common complaint I hear from people a lot, because we sit down too much, we drive too much, we have furniture. Okay, from here we are going to go into the thread. Then actually to the extension. Then we're going to go into the pigeon. Feel it in the pigeon. Make sure that your glute is on the ground. Yeah. So when you go into the extension, make sure that you're not going into this, which is like a yoga pigeon, but you're leaving your glute firmly placed on the ground. From here, we're going to plant, really open that shoulder, compress the shoulder blade down, nice strong arm, perpendicular to the ground. Go over, stretch your abs. Then you get into the back muscles, obviously the shoulder as well, and then open the other way. Yeah? Oh, it feels so good. I surfed for 3 hours yesterday, so I really feel that in my body. Come back in the middle and let's go into the tabletop. Remember that if this is hurting your wrists or it's too much, open them anywhere that you need to. Let's go for 3. This is a lovely strength movement. And let's go the other way. Again, shin box switch. Bit of hip flexor stretch. Shin box extension. Again, any variation. If you need to rock into it, do so. If you need to support yourself, that is totally okay. From here, go into the thread, which feels lovely. Now, the pigeon. Remember that we're not lifting this glute off the ground. We're leaving it on. Bring it back, plant, nice strong posting arm, engaged lats. Come over, few semicircles. You can stay up here as long as you want, but it can put a bit of tension on that posting arm over, and then open the other way. And then let's transition to the middle and finish with 2 to 3, or do as many as you want. This is a great movement. Make sure you're really squeezing your glutes. If you can't go all the way up, that's okay. Just go anywhere that's good for you at the moment. Make sure you're concentrating on your breath. Yeah. And there you go. This is a whole body mobility flow. You literally get into every single joint and every single muscle in your body. Okay, let's have a look at some questions. Hi, Yana. Do you bring legs in closer than switch to get up into the bridge better? Eleni. Yeah. Hi, Eleni. So nice of you to join me. Yes, you can. Yeah. So when you go into your shin box switch, if you want to pop up with more ease, it does help to bring the feet a little bit closer, or the lower part of the leg a little bit closer. It's a lot harder to do it from here. Yeah. And it can potentially put quite a bit of tension in that knee, especially in this one. So it does help when you bring the feet slightly closer, because then you're a little bit more compact. Then you're going to tighten the abs, tighten the glutes, yeah, open, create a nice strong core, and then you can either rock into it, yeah, or if you can go just fully into it, which is fantastic if you can get there, or you just use your hand to push yourself in. Yeah, but to answer your question, Eleni, yeah, totally. It helps to bring them a little bit closer. You're just a little bit more tight. If you open it up too much, it can put, actually, I can feel a bit of tension in here when I do that. Yeah, it's quite hard. It's not as easy. It doesn't feel quite right. Yeah, it feels like this leg is now at a really weird angle. Yeah, and I feel some kind of weird tension happening around the knee and around the muscles. So yeah, awesome question, by the way. Awesome question. Okay. So let me know how this made you feel. Let me know if you liked any of these specific movements too. This is my go-to when when I've got very little time. I need to just revive myself a little bit, wake myself up in the mornings, or if I'm feeling a little bit tight. This will be an amazing mobility flow to warm up before you do any exercise. So whether you are runner, whether you walk, surfer, or any sport that you do, if you do like 2 to 3 on each side of this flow, it will warm up every single joint in your body. Ready to go. Okay? Don't forget to warm up before you exercise. Even if you think that the exercise is not loading you too much, it's really good to warm up your joints and your connective tissue and your muscle before you go and exercise. So plenty of use for this. You can use it in the mornings to wake up and to, sometimes we wake up a little bit stiff. Sometimes the fascia that covers all our muscles gets a little bit stuck to the muscles. And you feel like, oh, I kind of feel a little bit stiff and tight. So this flow is perfect in the mornings just to revive yourself, wake yourself up, get ready for your day and get going. You can do it during your day. If you're maybe sitting down or you're going through a period of non-activity or inactivity and you feel like, oh God, I really want to move my body. Perfect for that. 5-10 minutes. That's all it is. It's like a little movement snack. You can do it after work. So if you've been sitting down in front of a computer or you have a job where you can't move your body much, then do it after work just to get all the kinks out and get the body going again and create like a little bit of flow. What mobility does, mobility is incredibly nourishing. It stimulates the lymphatic system and it's nourishing for the joints. So you're lubricating and nourishing the joints and all the tissue around the joints, the muscles, the connective tissue like ligaments and tendons as well. Or you can do it in the evening before bed. It's lovely to remove all the tension that you have accumulated during your day. Either you're stressed, you're sitting in front of a computer, you kind of tense, or something's going on, you're dealing with lots of stuff and you're just a little bit kind of wired, a little bit tight, and a little bit stressed, and you can feel it. Then this will remove all of that and then get you ready so you will have much better sleep than you would have if you go to bed all kind of, ooh. It also lets you reconnect with your body, especially when you're doing it slowly and using your breath. So every time when you're like overcoming gravity or like you're popping up into the tabletop, that's when you exhale. So it kind of lets you go inside your body and feel where the tension is, where you may be holding a little bit of stress. And it's a lovely way to reconnect with your body in a really mindful, gentle way. I use mobility flows as a meditation, as a moving meditation. I am not a person who can sit in the room and just meditate like that. For me, it's about closing eyes and it's about being present and feeling my body. So I use it as a form of moving meditation. So tons and tons of uses for this. Yeah, I hope you try it. It's like, how long did it take us? It took us a little bit longer because I was coaching a lot, but you can literally do this for 5 to 10 minutes and it is enough. 5 to 10 minutes a day, it's enough. You don't have to do this for long periods of time. Yeah? So I hope you found this helpful. I'll be going live every week with some training. If you have any suggestions or if you need anything specific from me, please send me a message or comment on any of my posts. I did a poll last week asking what people are craving and what they're needing at the moment. So I will be listening to that and running some awesome free training. We've had lots of new members in this group, which is so exciting that we're growing this incredible community. So thank you for joining us, all of us, and I will endeavor to help you as much as I can in 2023. But lovely to hang out with you. Keep the comments coming and I will catch up with you next week. Ka kite ano. Have a beautiful day or night anywhere in the world you are. Lots of love to you.